Welcome to my micro teaching. Today we are going to continue with Unit 3 Green Issues, and today we are going to start by watching this video about pollution and its effects.
Today's topic, pollution. Oh, I'm not well. Since evening, I'm coughing a lot. I can't even breathe.
Yeah, even your eyes are red.
Yes, I can't even see.
Oh, I know why it is happening. See outside.
Oh, there's a lot of noise and smoke.
Yes, you're coughing because of the smoke. Even your eyes have become red because of this. You know, it is called pollution.
Pollution? What is that?
Oh, when we make nature dirty, it is called pollution.
When we make nature dirty, it is called pollution.
Let me show you how it happens. From the factories where things are made, a lot of smoke comes out, which is making the nature dirty.
Air pollution.
Let us see some more pollution. See, when we travel in cars, buses, trucks, again a lot of smoke comes out. Let me show you something more. See, people are cutting trees here.
You know, trees breathe in dirty air and give out good air.
Hey, you're a smart boy.
This dirty air is called carbon dioxide and good air is called oxygen. So when trees are cut and when jungles become smaller, there is nobody to clean the dirty air. Trees breathe in carbon dioxide and give oxygen. See, dirty water from the houses and factories is coming in the river.
Yes, this may kill the fishes in the river, and we will also not get clean water to drink.
What a pollution!
Jimmy, even you are spreading pollution.
No, I'm not.
See, people throw these wrappers and plastic. These plastic never gets mixed in soil, so the soil becomes dirty.
Land pollution! It looks so dirty here, and it is smelling a lot. Can we go back, please?
Okay, now after we watch the video, we are going to answer some questions. First question: what are some types of pollution that were mentioned in the video? There were air pollution, water pollution, and soil pollution. First, what is pollution that was mentioned in the video? The girl in the video mentions that pollution is when we make nature dirty. And last, why were the kid eyes hurting? Why were they red? It was because of the air pollution. Outside were some fireworks. That's why his eyes were red and hurting. Next, we are going to see the modal verbs could and should. First, with could, we know that we use could to indicate a possibility in the past. For example, I could not sleep last night. And then we can use it to indicate a possibility in the future. I think it could rain later. It is something that is going to happen or could happen in the future. We don't know for certain yet. And third, we use could to ask for permission or ask about possibilities. Could I be wrong about this? Could you pass me the salt, please? Those are some examples of how we can use could to ask for permission or about possibilities. Next, we have should. We use should to express something that is probable. She should bring Jack with her. Is something that could happen and has a high possibility to happen. Then we use should to ask questions. Should we turn left at this street? And last, we use should to show obligation, give recommendation, or an opinion. We should go to that party tomorrow. You should stop eating fast food. Those are some examples to clarify when we can use should. Up next, we are going to listen to an audio about pollution and its effects, and then we are going to answer these questions. So pay attention so you don't miss them.
Pollution is the degradation of natural environment by external substances introduced directly or indirectly. Human health, ecosystem quality, and aquatic and terrestrial biodiversity could be affected and altered permanently by pollution. Pollution occurs when ecosystems cannot get rid of substances introduced into the environment. The critical limit of its ability to naturally eliminate substances is compromised and the balance of the ecosystem is broken. The sources of pollution are numerous. The identification of these different pollutants and their effects on ecosystems is complex. They can come from natural disasters or the result of human activity, such as oil spills, chemical spills, nuclear accidents. These could have terrible consequences on people and the planet where they live. Destruction of the biodiversity, increased mortality of the human and animal species, destruction of natural habitat, damage caused to the quality of soil, water, and air. Preventing pollution and protecting the environment necessitate the application of the principles of sustainable development. We have to consider satisfying the needs of today without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their needs. This means that we should remedy existing pollution, but also anticipate and prevent future pollution sources in order to protect the environment and public health. Any environmental damage should be punishable by law, and polluters should pay compensation for the damage caused to the environment.
Okay, that is it. Now, after we heard the audio, we are going to answer the questions that are on the screen. First one, when does pollution occur? This was mentioned at the beginning of the video. At the beginning of the audio. Okay, pollution occurs when we cannot rid of introduced substances in the environment. What are some sources of pollution? Okay, the audio mentions that these are human activities, such as oil spills, chemical accidents, and nuclear accidents were the ones that were mentioned in the audio. Third, what are the consequences of pollution? Okay, after the audio mentions the sources of pollution, mentions the consequences of this. And these include mortality of the human and animal species, destruction of natural habitats, um, and damage to the quality of soil, water, and air. Now, in the last question, we are going to include a little bit of the content, the grammar that we just saw. So, what were the verbs, the modal verbs that you were able to identify to hear in the audio? They were should and could. And how were these being used? To do what? Okay, at the beginning of the listening, we can hear that the reader, the speaker, uses could, and this could, the both that we are able to identify are to indicate something that could happen in the future. And then we are able to hear should in the last part of the audio. And we know that there they are mentioned to suggest an obligation and give recommendation to what should happen to people who pollutes the planet, or what should we do now that this is currently happening. Okay, now after
Pollution is the
now that we heard the listening and we answered the questions, we are going to do this activity based on the last audio. First one, we should not contaminate because it kills animals. Is it true or false? It is true. Second one, pollution is bad for the air. It is also true. Third, pollution increases the life of human beings. It is false because we heard in the audio that it decreases the life of human being and animal species. Fourth, biodiversity gets affected by contamination. That is true. Fifth, increase of wildlife is a consequence of pollution. That is false because in the same as the third, we know that it decreases the life of human beings and animal species and wildlife. Sixth, reforestation is a cause of pollution. That is false because we know that it contributes to pollution, and we know that it doesn't get the earth get better or help help nature get rid of the substances introduced. Seventh, chemical and oil spills are good for the environment. That is not true because we know that those are sources of pollution, not consequences. Eighth, discovery of new species is a consequence of pollution. That is false because pollution is killing species that were already here in the planet. Ninth, gases from factories and cars pollute the air. That is true. Those are sources of pollution, and they were also mentioned in the video that we watched at the beginning of the lesson. And last, oil spills in boats affect submarine life. It is true because oil spills can happen and in the ocean, so it affects the wildlife there. That is all for today. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you like it. And I hope it was useful for you. Thank you for everything, and bye.